Hello there. Today I'll be talking about how gaming can be utilized within the educational setting. Due to our advancement in technologies, games are becoming a more viable way of teaching. Also, the fact that using more intricate formats of technology can help carry over to the workforce. And this knowledge could be gained from using games. Gamification is the process of using games in a non-game context, and thus it is used when talking about games in education. There are a few key things that make gamification a solid way of presenting new information. One of the main aspects that games help with in the classroom is how engaging it can be. Most students are now familiar with some kind of gaming, so it's like taking an aspect of home and bringing it to school. This can make it not feel like they are learning, and then it helps garner their attention. Another way it is engaging is through the usage of scores and achievements. There is an innate sense of satisfaction that people get when they see their name above others, or seeing a high score. Trying to make it not that competitive, where some students feel inferior, is one aspect that you should account for in these areas. Another area that creates this engagement is how interactive some games can be. While virtual simulators are mostly used in more advanced fields, such as medical or military, there could come a day when they become broader and more encompassing. We could recreate certain scenarios or locations that allow a never-before-seen kind of interaction. The final two aspects that are beneficial of using gamification are cost efficiency and immediate results. You can find a wealth of free games to use that would help break the monotony of everyday class. Since there are usually scores in games, then that allows for instant feedback. As I stated earlier, the level of attention that the students give gaming is one of its greatest tools for learning. A student may be more motivated to get a high score when compared to doing a homework assignment. The main difference between these is the level of fun a student will have in playing a game. I know when I was a student, homework was always monotonous and boring. I would often choose video games over doing homework, in fact. So if we could combine these things, then it will appeal to even more students. This aspect of getting everyone involved is another key factor that gamification brings to the table. I remember using memory games back in geography that helped me memorize where certain countries were. I kept redoing the game until I got a perfect score, and I was easily able to point out where countries were. This is one of the few experiences of gamification that I had, but it has stuck with me all these years. The whole class would get excited when we had these days, and they would treat it as a competition to see who could get 100% first. I think an important aspect that this illustrated was how I didn't take failure seriously, and it pushed me to try harder. There are less consequences in games, so students wouldn't feel the pressure and allow them to focus solely on what they're trying to learn. Being able to restart allows a lot of iterations of the game and redoing the same question over again. I recently used a quick little game-like quiz that was in the format of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This is very similar to what kind of game I played when I was a student that helped me to memorize. So the same concepts should apply to this game. After everyone felt confident, we even tried to set up a pseudo version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We would have a judge ask the question and then a student answering. The students could group off when this is done. Overall, the level of engagement, interaction, and enjoyment that games can bring make gamification a solid potential contributor for learning.